Farah Hannoun here with light heavyweight contender Aleksandar Rakic, who takes on Magomed Ankalaev this Saturday at UFC 308. Aleksandar, how's it going?
Fine, very good, feeling good, good energy, and everything is smooth and easy.
Big opportunity for you. What was your reaction when they came to you with Magomed Ankalaev?
I was happy because UFC gave me the opportunity to fight against the number 2 ranked guy, against Ankalaev, and he was supposed to fight. There were rumors that he was supposed to fight Pereira, but when I got the name, I say immediately yes. But you know why? Because I think I put a good show on UFC 300 against Prochazka, and yeah, that's the reason they choose me to fight Ankalaev now here in Abu Dhabi.
And you have an opportunity to kind of play spoiler, right? Because everyone's talking about Ankalaev. He should have been the one to fight for the title, not Khalil, all of that stuff. And here you are with a big opportunity. So how does it feel to kind of play that, because people are looking at you as an underdog, right, and stuff. So how does it feel to come out here and kind of spoil the party?
I mean, I take this chance very serious. I've been working really hard for that one on social media, and I was seeing everything was going back and forward with Ankalaev and Pereira. I didn't want to say anything. My main focus was to train hard, to get ready for Ankalaev, to be 100% focused for him, and then just to put a show on Saturday. And crush the party.
Do you think he might be overlooking you, like underestimating you? When you see him go back and forth with Pereira on social media, do you feel like he could be underestimating you?
I don't think so, but I hope so. He is still a professional. He's long in the UFC. He fight good names, but I hope he underestimated me. So we will see on Saturday.
Before we talk about Ankalaev, I want to talk about your last fight. Amazing fight with Prochazka. It was your first fight back in almost 2 years. I know you were coming off of the ACL tear. How did you feel in there? Because I think I saw you say on your YouTube channel you were battling staph infection as well. So what could you tell me about kind of the fight and the lead up to the fight? I
mean, I had a very good camp. I was really, really ready for that condition-wise. But on Tuesday, before 3-4 days before the fight, I got a very bad infection in my elbow. And I was full of heavy medication, antibiotics, and on Thursday, one day before the weigh-ins, I went to the doctor. I get an IV. I was in the emergency, and I destroyed my body in those 3 days. That when I made the weight and I rehydrate, my body didn't absorb any vitamins and nothing, And I was pretty much the weight was okay, but inside my body there were no energy, and I had energy for those 7 minutes or 7.5 minutes. Before Yuri finished me, I was leading the fight. I was picking him apart, and then I felt my body is not reacting like I used to be, because I never felt something in my life like this art of tiredness. Like my legs gave up, and I couldn't move anymore, and my arms as well. So it need to be only because of the antibiotics. But like I said, it's not an excuse. And a fight is a fight, and but I know that I wasn't 100% healthy, and that was the result on the papers. But I feel like that my last 2 fights, yes, I lost on paper, but those 2 guys never beat me. They didn't punish me. They didn't outstrike me, outwrestle me, outgrappled me. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. Even the fight with Volkan, I got robbed. So basically, in the UFC, this is my 10th fight. I never been dominated from round 1 to the end of the fight and get outstriked or outgrappled and outwrestled, because my main focus is to go into every fight and put a hell of a performance and dominate every opponent. That's my main goal.
Well, you fought very well against Yuri, so I'm sure there's a lot of positives to take out of it. Now, looking at Magomed Ankalaev, I know, a lot of people think if he was going to fight Pereira, that he was going to grapple him. He insists, I would knock out Pereira. How do you feel like he's going to approach you? Do you feel like he's going to try to grapple with you or stand with you?
he's most likely the most all-rounded guy in the division besides me. And it's gonna be, I expecting an MMA fight. I think he will try to strike, he will try to grapple, wrestle, but I did my homework. I know I've been really through hell the last weeks, and I did everything to have an answer of everything what Ankalaev can bring, you know. Even his southpaw, I had some very good sparring partners, like high caliber sparring partners southpaw, so I'm getting used to southpaws, and I'm all the time on videos, on social media, searching for orthodox against southpaws, you know, how they do, what is good, what is not good, and I got a good solid camp with southpaws, and I'm very proud and happy, and probably this was the hardest camp what I ever had, physically and mentally.
And it seems like for him, it's like a win will get him a title shot. How about you? Have you been told anything by the UFC? What do you feel like this win does for you?
No, the UFC didn't told me nothing about if I put a performance, and I know I will, a great performance on Saturday. There is no talk about it, but yeah. First of all, Ankalaev, and then Sunday we can talk again, and probably then we're gonna see what's next.
And yeah, because you'd be a fresh face for Alex Pereira. He's kind of been very active, going through the top contenders. What have you made of his rise, and what do you feel like people are doing wrong against him? Do you think it's a mistake that every time people fight him, they say, we're just going to strike with him? Like, people don't seem like they want to mix it up with him.
Yeah, I mean, he did great things in the light heavyweight division. He's the most active. He's the most active champion what we have right now in the UFC, and he beat some very good names. And I think the most important with Alex is to mix it up. Of course, everybody say, yeah, go wrestle him, grapple him, but I mean, of course, he trains wrestling and grappling as well, and he knows some defenses and how to defend the takedown, so it would not be so easy like the people are thinking it will be. He's still a champion. He has a great kickboxing, but you know, it's all about the details. You know, we are in the top 5. He's a champion, and we are all very good fighters, and there is nothing on top. You know, there is no better league than UFC, no better fighters than the UFC has. So I think with Alex, you need to be condition-wise, you need to be very ready because he has a good condition, and you need to mix things up. You know, so.
What did you think, first of all, of Khalil getting the title shot? Were you as kind of shocked and outraged as everyone else in the division? And how did you feel about his performance? Because he surprised a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I was shocked because he was ranked number 8. But after Hill got the chance to fight Glover, and he was also, I think, number 8 or 7, you know, for me, this was nothing new. And I mean, Khalil, what was he was 5 fights on 5-fight winning streak and 5 knockouts, and it was okay for me, you know. And this is what the UFC wanted. They wanted a stand-up battle, and they got it. I mean, hats off to Khalil. He did a very good job against Pereira. But you know, like I said before, with Pereira, your conditioning need to be on point because you need to handle that pressure. And I think in the beginning, the first 2 rounds, Khalil did very good, but then the pressure of Pereira was too much, and then this made tired Khalil. But no, I mean, hats off, great fight from both fighters, respect.
And one last thing, when you see a number 8 Khalil get a title shot, I know you don't want to look past Ankalaev, but he's the guy that people said should have been fighting for the belt. So do you look at this and be like, you know what, I can get an impressive win over him. Why not me next?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, why not? First of all, a win on Saturday, and this is gonna mix the cards, mix the rankings, and then I will probably talk to the UFC. Let's see.
All right, well, Aleksandar, I really appreciate the time. Thank you so much. Best of luck on Saturday.